A lot of times I'm driving, there's nothing to do, and I shuffle through the radio before I unglue. There's a lot of red on ways, it's traffic, I'm screwed, and I'm wired a bit different than a regular dude. It's not a bad thing, I embrace it, it's true. The radio don't stimulate brain chemistry fluid. The Buddha found nirvana and the Four Noble Truths. Through a meditative process, right action he proved. For me, I require the use of a tool, a detector, pin, pointer, shovel, and beach scoop. I'm meant to work the dirt with my history crew, but everywhere I look, my interest taboo. Most people choose Bieber over Tippy Canoe. What does a detectorist listen to when the radio is full of bad music and news? I need an alternative for me to peruse. Beyond Sight and Sound gets fantastic reviews. A metal detecting show where my thought bubble brews. Thank you, Josh Kimmel, for inviting me to a detecting dork out with guests like yours truly.
Are you looking for a high-quality beach and sand scoop? Are you trying to take your hunting to the extreme? How about an American-based company that stands behind their product and everything they sell? Then check out our friends over at XTREME Scoops. John has been making scoops for some time now and makes a quality beach and sand scoop to take your hunting to the next level. XTREME Scoops recently released their new sand shredder that works great in the water and on the beach. And if you're a new Equinox user, you may want to check out his Surfmaster X3 that can trap those small targets you new Equinox users are finding out there. XTREME Scoop's company approach is let's do it right. So do it right, buy it once, and go to the extreme. XTREMEScoops.com. That's XTREME scoops.com. Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show. All right, we're back and we're live once again. We are back and live. You are listening to Beyond Sight and Sound Metal Detecting and Treasure Hunting Radio for all the really cool digging people out there. All those really cool digging people that are definitely safe from COVID-19 in the chat, and those introverts listening to the archives are even safer. So, as we all practice our social separation, the links are in the description and in the chat tonight. Obviously, Shooters and Prospectors, DETECTEES.com, XTREME Scoops, All Metal Militia, Detected Outdoors, Crazy Spider Adventures, Ohio Metal Detecting, and the list just goes on and on and on and on, as well as our friends over at XP Team USA, Facebook group, website, podcast, the Simplex raffle, the I&I Swing Into Summer event, and the East Coast Research and Discovery Seated Beach Hunt, where they're putting 44 pounds of silver into the beach. Yes, those events are still being planned, and we will still continue forward with them until we're told otherwise. So, obviously, those have seen the link, they have seen the promo. No, I don't believe I've got any keywords in the description tonight, but we'll have to check. I'll have to go back and fix that if I haven't. So, other than that, obviously, we've got both Dave D, the captain himself, waiting in the wings, as well as Barb. She'll mute out and wait for us to do the Simplex drawing. And we've got Dave D on to start with us. No calls tonight because we're trying to get the information covered as quickly as possible. And I think the thing on everybody's mind is, COVID-19 and being quarantined. So obviously Team USA came up with QUARAN-TEAM USA. But we'll get into that. First off, let's get Dave in here and see how everything's going. How's the weather up there in Wisconsin, Dave?
Oh, just lovely, Josh. Overcast, cloudy, traffic is non-existent.
Wow.
It's a beautiful day to be alive.
Nothing to stop you on your way to the dig site then.
Absolutely not. Get a free rein, any field, just pick it, go, get yourself lost, because with what's going on right now is it's very depressing. So
yeah, I would have to agree. It is, but at least for you got your traveling in and back in time before all of this nonsense started.
Yeah, thank God. I got back from the UK, I'm going to say late January, and there was not even a buzz in the air about that. And 6 weeks later, here we are. 2 months later. Yeah, I'm glad. My son he got back from Thailand about the same time, and so we got all our traveling out of the way. And now it looks like we won't be traveling anywhere for at least 4 months, maybe.
Yeah, it's starting to look that way, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. I know when you were abroad, though, you had an absolute blast. And for those who watch the XP Team USA YouTube channel, I'm sure they saw that.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to go to the UK. For a week. We spent 1 day in France. We went to the XP factory, and we had meetings pretty much all day. So I didn't really get to see much of France except for the taxi ride to the hotel. I took a quick walk once I got to the hotel, and so really didn't get to see much. We left early in the morning, and we got back to the UK. It was just busy. I spent the last 2 days in the UK doing some hunting in the fields for the first time. The first day was not very good. Pretty much everyone out there got stoned, except for Kevin Whitmore. And he picked up a couple hammered coins. But the second day we went out, we got invited by a club. And we went out to a special field, and I was able to get my first hammered coin. So I was pretty excited about that. I also notched my first Roman coin and a few other coins. Yeah, so if you want to see that experience, I had a couple videos of my journey and my 2-day hunting travels, and if you want to check that out on YouTube, you can. There's a couple videos out there right now.
And I think you even uploaded them by day, basically, like my trip day 1, my trip day 2.
Mm-hmm. There was 2 days of hunting. I got the first day and then the second day, but they all kind of synced in. There was a part 1, part 2, and you watch part 1. It'll take you right into part 2, and it's got a really, really good ending. That's all I can say.
So you get your first hammered and your first Roman all in the same day. Which one was your favorite? It's kind of hard to choose, isn't it?
Well, I think the Romans out there are almost like our wheat pennies. They find a lot, some of the Roman coins, so they don't really get too excited. When I found mine, they kind of just like, yeah, whatever. But I did not get my hammered coin until my final walkout heading towards the car. So I was able to retrieve one and yell out, "Hammered!"
So I guess it's safe to say the hammered was the favorite find of the trip.
Yeah, I was pretty much talking to myself the whole day. Am I going to ever find one? It's going to be my turn. And it was just fate. Right. It had to be fate. Yep.
Now, did you find hunting in the UK, because some people, they put a lot of faith in the VDI numbers, did you find you had to kind of, well, you're primarily by tone anyway, if I remember right, but did you notice how the numbers were, targets were ringing up in ranges where in America you might not normally dig those?
Yeah, if you were hitting shotgun shells, they were pretty normal to what we have over here. But if you were looking for hammered coins, Roman coins, there were a lot of those were mid-tones. Their coins are super thin, and most of them came in the 60s and in the 70s. All your decent coins. I didn't learn that until probably the second part of the first day. So I went out, set my machine up as I did over here, which was fine for the soil conditions. But the coins itself, if you were looking down at your VDI number, because if I looked down on the VDI number here at the States, I would have probably not dug those. But I was listening for repeatable tones, and pretty much dug everything. So.
So do you find yourself much more aware and much better armed when you return to the UK?
Yeah, I think by my second day, a couple hours in, I was a lot more confident to what I was listening for and how my machine was set up. We had 3 huge fields we were able to go on, and I got most of my really good coins on the last part of the day, on the last field. I got a King George halfpenny from 1699. So I did hit the spectrum from the 1st century all the way up to the 20th century as far as coins.
Nice. Good job. Kudos to you.
Thanks, Josh.
Definitely.
Yeah, now I'm jaded. Now I come out here and with silver coin. What is this? What is this? A bus time? This is not. No, just kidding. No, I'm not that jaded, but yeah, I felt, oh my God, I'm going to be jaded now. I'm not going to want to dig in the States anymore. But no, it kind of wore off after about a week.
So you don't find yourself digging up mercury dimes and going, oh, geez.
No, yeah, I don't say, oh, geez, anymore. I remember when I found my first mercury, my first barber, I was pretty happy, pretty stoked. But now you're still happy, but you just don't, it's not that, the energy is a little subdued.
Right. Yeah, the allure and enthusiasm has kind of wore off. It's still cool to find, but nothing to get excited about.
I'm more into the cool finds, something that you don't expect, pins or jewelry or just some old artifact or some old relic that you don't usually see.
Right.
I was able to, like the end of last year, I dug a Salvation Army hat pin, probably one of the first hat pins. Had it checked out by the Salvation Army. I sent them a pin from the late 1800s. So that was pretty cool. Those are the kind of finds I love coins, but those are the kind of finds I really like to.
Right.
To dig up.
The somewhat uncommon or obscure, even slightly rare.
Yes. Tokens, love tokens. Just things that just like the other day I came across a pair of grooming scissors from the mid 1800s, and they were intact, and I was just messing around with my iron volume and discrimination, and a good thing I turned it off to pick up some of the iron sounds, because if I didn't, I would have missed it. Intact, really kind of a little ornate piece. So things like that really get the blood going, and they kind of make my day.
Well, it just goes to show, don't discount those iron targets. There's good things that can be found in the iron range, too.
Yep, they sure are.
Absolutely there is. Well, how are things going with Corona in your area? I mean, are you guys all locked up like pretty much the rest of the states out there?
Yeah, we're all locked down. Iowa is, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Indiana. It's probably not as bad as like New Jersey, New York, or maybe New York City and that New Jersey area.
Right, the more densely populated.
It could be, but it's not. We only had our first case of somebody who got the virus here in our county today. So, but you know, you have to be diligent. You have to be aware. You got to take it seriously. I think right now we're fortunate enough to be in the hobby that we are, because we can pretty much still do what we love doing, is going out and detecting. Unfortunately, we're not going to be detecting in big groups in the near future. As you know, a lot of the
we've had a lot of hunts and events cancel or reschedule or postpone.
Yeah, PTG, the spring one. I don't know if I think they're going to try to reschedule. The big Garrett hunt down in Texas has been postponed or canceled altogether. There was one in Florida. Spring Detectiveville has now canceled that event. You could still use your tickets for the fall or for next spring if you want. But yeah, definitely spring. They were thinking about trying to move it to the summer, but everything's kind of up in the air right now. I mean, even we had a full schedule this year, and our first actual event was it's going to happen in May. It's Detecting the Heartland. So they haven't given us any notice yet if that's going to be canceled or postponed. I know in June or July, we have that Camp One Step metal detecting day for the kids that have cancer. That's going to be in July. Maybe that will still go on. We had plans for a gold hunt in Colorado in July also. But, of course, the big one everybody's looking to is Digstock, and that's like in October. So far, I think that one is pretty safe at this point unless something really crazy happens.
I would have to agree. Yeah, Digstock is probably pretty much a safe bet that one is still going to go on. But with all these events being canceled, everything being closed down, you could say that we're all kind of quarantined right now. So Team USA came up with QUARAN-TEAM USA.
Yep. For the next 2 weeks, I thought to ourselves, you know what? We could sit on our hands and everybody just stay home and watch the same old stuff on TV, kind of be bored. So we just kind of wanted to just let people just kind of forget about it for maybe an hour or two each day.
Right. Maybe
so what
take
we're
their
doing,
mind off of things.
Right. So what we're doing is we're doing 2 weeks of giveaways. Now we're just not just giving away stuff. Hey, you take this, you take that. We're making contests, games that you guys can come over to the Facebook page. And first off, let me say that if you want to get involved in this, you have to be a member of the Facebook group, and you can just come on over to XP Team USA, the Facebook group. Join up, because you're going to want to do that, because actually tonight is the first night of our first giveaway, and it's going to be on your show, Josh. We are giving away an official XP Team USA hoodie. It's in black. It's got the big, giant XP Team USA logo on the back. Sure. And in front it says XP Metal Detectors. And Josh is going to give it away sometime during the show. So you need to keep on listening. Even after I'm gone, keep listening, because we got another guest coming up, Barb from Dirt Pirates, and she's got something special to give away. So you guys are going to want to stay on. This is a very entertaining show, as you all know. And then, Josh, whenever you feel free to give that away, go for it.
Nice.
All right. So here's some of the prizes that we are giving away over the next couple weeks. We have hats. We have the brand new XP black camo hats with either our logo or the XP logo. We have T-shirts, polo shirts. We got a bunch of official team hoodies, pinpointers. And finally, we're going to draw at the end for the XP ORX. Now, anyone who participates in any part or any of the games automatically get qualified for the drawing for the XP ORX. Now, you can also participate and actually win a bunch of other really nice prizes, or just watch or listen to our different variations of shows that we're going to have, and you guys could win that way. But it doesn't really matter if you, for some reason, you're not chosen to play a game, or you can't get in on the game. If you participate in any way, you will be in the drawing for the XP ORX.
So they're also going to want to listen to the Metal Detecting podcast and even watch the XP Team USA YouTube channel, just in case.
Yeah, there's a few things that we're doing. This Friday, you can win by listening to the Metal Detecting podcast. That's with our very own Grant Hansen, Dave Kimball. And this week, the guest is going to be Billy Newman, who is a noted authority on George Washington's geographer and surveyor. He was a general in the American Army. His name was Robert Erskine. So you got to listen closely, because they will be giving away an XP Team USA hoodie and a camo hat. And they're going to do some sort of trivia during the show or at the end of the show. So you're going to want to listen live, get into the chat room, and you could be a winner there. Our very own Beach Boys, our water team, they're going to do a live Q&A. They're going to ask questions. If you get in, ask a question, you're automatically entered for the ORX. Plus, they're going to be doing a bunch of giveaways then. And our Iowa team, R.C. Dunn and Lenny Quellen, they're doing a trivia show contest. And as a matter of fact, if you would like to be a contest for that show, you need to messenger R.C. Dunn ASAP. They're looking for contestants now. And I think they're looking for at least 3, but no more than 5. So first come, first serve.
Nice. Now, one question would be, say somebody participates in one of these contests and wins, hoodie, hat, shirt, whatever, insert price here. Does that count them out of possibly winning the ORX?
No, as a matter of fact, the more you participate, the more contests you participate in. For example, like we have Steve Fenner. He's going to do one of the smaller contests where he's got a jar of Civil War bullets. Guess the number of bullets without going over. If you guess a number, and you're automatically entered to win the ORX. Yeah. Now, if you pick the right number and you win, well, you win another prize. And if you participated in that event and you participate in, say, the next day, well, now you got 2 chances to win. So the more you participate, the more chance. Yep.
Yeah. The more you work, the more entries you get, and maybe along the way, the luckier you become.
Right. Plus, you can catch me next week. I'm going to be on the Digging with Maddie show, and I have a boatload of giveaways. It's basically, we're going to talk 2 minutes and give something away, and we're going to do that for the whole show. So you're going to want to check out and come over to the Digging with Maddie show next Monday, and I'll be a guest on the show, and we'll be doing a lot of giveaways there. So it's going to be fun. We're going to give a lot of things away. We're going to have fun. We're going to have games. You can go into the chat room for example, if you're watching the trivia game contest, go into the chat room and help out the person trying to guess the answer. So it's it's not counting as cheating. We're going to let you go in the chat room and help the person out. We want everybody to actually be winners. We're not trying to make this really hard. So a lot of the games are going to be fun to watch. And hopefully everybody will get a chance to win something.
Right, and they've got 14 days of opportunity.
Yep, started tonight. Don't forget to listen to the podcast Friday. We got next Monday. We have the bigger of the shows. And then in between, we have our team members like Kendall Edkins and Steve Fenner and Lenny and XP Sanya. We're all going to do a little bit of a smaller event. So every day, you come on over to the Facebook page, XP Team USA, and play. And more than likely, you're going to walk away with something.
Wow. Nice. And there's, from what I've seen, there's a pile of prizes. So shirts, hats, hoodies, pinpointers, up to and including a new ORX. And hey, people think the Deus is maybe a little bit too complicated for them or something. I'm sure you can speak from experience. The ORX is very, very simplified.
It's simplified. It's just as powerful as the Deus. It's a little less simple. It's a little easier to use. There's not as many options to change things, but it's limited. But it's just as powerful, just as deep, works just as good in the iron-infested fields in the trashy areas. So it's a great machine, and we've given away probably 2 or 3 of these last year, and this is just the first of many giveaways.
Nice. And I believe if they go back to the Team USA YouTube channel, they can even find a couple of videos. Actually, I believe it was while you were in the UK, maybe, comparing the differences between the ORX and the Deus.
Yep, I was out in the UK, and we did a video. I did a video with Kevin Whitmore. He was with the ORX, and I was using the Deus Lite, and we were just comparing the two setups of both machines. It's a really good video. Check it out. Again, it's on the XP Team USA YouTube channel.
And I guess while we're talking about the, wow, it sounds like somebody fell out of their chair. I guess since we're talking about the Team USA YouTube channel and everything as well, it may be a good point to mention on the Metal Detecting podcast, we've also brought back Express News.
Yes, we have our new Express News team member, Kendall Edkins. He's doing the news now. Everybody had a little bit. Grant used to do it. I think I did 1 or 2, and now Kendall is set. He's doing stories on what's happening around the metal detecting world, and then you can listen every other week on the Metal Detecting podcast.
Nice. So I think we've I don't know. Have we pretty much covered all the rules for the quarantine?
Yep. You have to. It's real easy. Basically, you just have to be a member. So, and you're going to have to be a member if you want to see what's going on, because everything's going to be happening there. All winners, it's for the lower 48 states. We're not going to do anything overseas. Canada, sorry. Alaska and Hawaii, sorry. And that's about it. Just listen to the each contest, follow the rules. Each contest will have different rules set up, but our main rule is just have to be a member. So right now, as you guys are listening, I would just hop over on another hop over to the XP Team USA Facebook page real quick, and then just hit the join button, and we'll get you in as fast as we can. Hopefully we can get you in, because you're going to want to get in if you want to win the hoodie tonight through Josh.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a good point, because in order to participate, you do have to be a member of the XP Team USA Facebook group.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we got a few other things going on. Oh, go ahead. What were we going to say, Josh?
We do have quite the crew of admins over there, so I'm sure they can get them added pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. It's usually less than 2-3 minutes, unless you're doing it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, we'll add you really quick. We have a few other things that are going on. A couple new things. We have a new website It was created by Pete Sorrell for our XP Team USA. You could check it out. So I got a new domain name. It's xpteamusa.com. Check it out there. And Gary Blackwell, he's a XP guru, the creator of actually XP Team USA. He has a new video series called Detectings. It's a really, really unique video series where you text a question to Gary while he's out in the field, and he tries to answer it as he's detecting. So check it out. He's got a couple episodes out right now. Check out Gary Blackwell's Detectings.
Nice. Very, very cool. Well, I think, unless there is anything else new you want to share with us, and I know there's a lot of things going on, but there's not a lot of things we can talk about.
Yeah. Just stay tuned, finish watching, listen to the show, and then come on over to our channel or our group and have some fun. Like I said, we are still going to be out and about until the rallies and the hunts, club hunts start coming back together again. We are still going to be producing metal detecting videos on YouTube. We are still going to have contests on our Facebook page. We're still going to keep going. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it and listen to the show. Have a good time. And Barb's coming on next. I know she's got some really cool stuff she's going to give away. So, Josh, thanks for having me on tonight. Really appreciate it.
Not a problem, and we'll see what we can do about giving that prize out. Hopefully everybody is a member of Team USA, or maybe what we'll do is we'll tell everybody that we're going to make a post over in Team USA after the show with a question about tonight's show. That way we can make sure they're members.
Now you're thinking, Josh. Now you're thinking. All right. Well, I'm out of here. It's time for me to chill out. Maybe watch a little TV. Hit the hay.
And there you go. Keep practicing that social distancing.
All right, Josh. All right. We'll talk to you later, guy.
All right. Thanks for the call, Dave. Well, so obviously Dave D from XP Team USA talking about QUARAN-TEAM USA. And like he said, we do have a very nice Team USA hoodie to give out. But just to make sure that everybody is a member, we'll post the question here on the show before we go off air, and then we'll post it up over in the XP Team USA Facebook group, and everybody can go over there to get themselves entered. So if you're not already a member, you may want to go over and get yourself added to the group so that we can get that giveaway done. Other than that, we have other mischievous things at foot as well. Pirates' work is never done, is it, Barb?
No, it isn't. And I was freaking... People don't pay attention. I had done a go live like 10 minutes before your show saying, to be fair, because, you know, if I was the first one to post and it's number 2, I'd be going, you know. So one of the admins, Doug, has been typing everybody's name in a Word doc for me and sent it to me today. And I had to tell him, I'm like stressed a little bit. I'm going to take a bath and chill. My sister got diagnosed with COVID-19 today. Ouch. And got hospitalized with pneumonia. So I just need to chill for like 10 minutes and regroup. And so I did a go live saying, to be fair to everyone, we put their names in a spreadsheet. We then put those names into random.org and did it live and had it randomize everybody's name. So now they're assigned a number randomly. And I got people PMing me going, my name isn't there. I'm behind this person and before this person. And so I was scrambling the last 10 minutes and somebody said, did you drop something? Well, I threw my headphones on the floor. I didn't think they'd make that much of a noise. So I run from one computer from my laptop over to my desktop. At one point, I was carrying my tablet and the laptop over to the desktop and trying to juggle a beer and an ashtray. It was just a little difficult, people, okay?
I wondered what had happened because it sounded like you fell out of your chair, and then all of a sudden I thought I see a comment in the chat of, I'm running between computers.
And I was. Because I was like, okay, do I take my headphones off? But then what if they talk to me and I can't hear it? So at one point I took them off and went to the other computer, but then I came back and I needed to go back. So I took it with me, but then I was like, where's my beer? And it was just a little stressful. And then when I realized she's on the list, it's like, didn't you read that? It was randomized. You're number one XYZ. Right. And it was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, give me a break, people. I mean, Doug did a great job. I double-checked the list on 2 computers going, yep, that making sure that if they were on the thread, their name was on the list. So when somebody goes, my name ain't there, I was like having a freaking migraine at that point.
Oh, just no idle hands.
Yeah. So I actually screenshotted because when I copied it from random, it didn't take the numbers they were assigned. But they can count if they want. They can count. They can also, I have saved the random on my other computer. It is not deleted. It is got everybody's name with their number, but I also screenshotted all 204 people. It took, I think, 4 or 5 snapshots, so that I have proof in 2 different ways who got what number. So this is how it's going to go. We're going to pull up random.org. It is already set for 1 to 204, and that kills me. We have 3,000 and something members, and 204 entered the detector giveaway.
Well, but that's why we did it that way, because we wanted it to go to an active member. Yeah. Yeah.
And at first, admins were going, no, include everyone. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to give a detector to somebody that hasn't been on my page in 3 years. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry.
Right.
And Dave, before the show, when we were muted and you were talking, Dave said, what kind of detector are you giving away? And I said, a Simplex. And I went, after like 20 seconds, I'm like, are you there? Did you hear me? And he went, yeah. Well, I have a Deus, okay? And I would love to give a Deus away. Financially, every penny of this came out of my pocket. It didn't come out of the admins. It came out of my pocket. And Chuck Smalley with Shooters and Prospectors gave me one heck of a deal. He probably didn't make 5 cents off it. I haven't met Chuck. He's a great person. He's now my go-to person. I recommend him to everyone. I have people that call him, people that don't. I'm like, why would you call somebody else when I gave you somebody's number? I'm not going to give you somebody that isn't reliable.
Right.
And so Chuck worked a deal with me and probably gave it to me at cost, shipping included. And so I don't have, I got money, but I'm not rich. I mean, I've been frugal ever since, my divorce. And so
just admit it. You're a pirate. You're naturally greedy and stingy.
I coupon and I hoard and I have TP and you don't. because I bought it on sale 5 years ago. And so I can afford little things like this.
Well, you missed my post earlier then, because I made a post on my timeline that said, as a treasure hunter, if you seek, you will find.
I think I've seen that. But, I left work. I talked to my brother-in-law about my sister and had to pull over on the side of the road because I would have lost them. And so I walked in my door after 6. It was quite a bit after 6. And, of course, I had to call people and talk to people and took a bath. And then the next thing I know, it's 30 minutes to the show and it ain't 8. And I'm trying to cook and I got people binging me. And just a little stressful.
Right. Well, earlier you said, you haven't met Chuck or anything, but I can vouch personally. I have known Chuck for years. I have met Chuck. I speak with Chuck on many, many different occasions, as the listeners know, because he does love to call into the show too. He is definitely a great dealer, a great person to deal with, talk to, and just generally one that at least I am proud to call friend. So he does. He does some absolutely wonderful work and has some great stories, and obviously people can get a hold of him at Shooters and Prospectors. We carry the link at the top of the description every episode, and that propagates with the podcast. So definitely nice. Always appreciated the things that Chuck does, both in the in his community as well as the detecting community. And as far as I'm concerned, like I've told people before, you can't find a better dealer in the industry. Top notch, 5 stars all the way.
Chuck says he met me at DIV when my GPX battery died. She forgets I'm getting old. I honestly, was that I'm pretty sure I had Lyme before that. And not to make excuses, but there are things I don't remember. I didn't remember Bill Marsh. Never met him until he sent me a picture of him and me together. I'm like, oh, I must have met you. Okay. It's kind of foggy. But the lasting effects, there are things that I'm like, and the doxycycline did not kill it. And I know that for a fact because a year later I got put on doxy, and oh my God, when I finished it, I was like half human again. I was like, I haven't felt this good in a long time. And your body don't kill it, well, the medicine don't kill it. Your white cells have got to eat it up, and it takes years to do that. So I am going to blame it on Lyme disease, Chuck, and say, I kind of think I remember you. But, when you bought a brand new $2,000 and something machine, and you've used it at home, you've done a test garden, you've watched every video, and you get to use it in Virginia for the first time, and 45 minutes into your day it dies, it's just a little bit stressful.
You think?
I was like, I turned it on, it shut itself off. I turned it on, it shut itself off. I finally threw the dang thing in the back of a truck, took the Deus out, and found one bullet the whole day. So my DIV was pretty much ruined because all the good finds were found day one, basically.
Right. Well, what can you do, though? You gotta do what you can at that point in time. That's why we know you travel with more than one machine.
And when I pulled it out, somebody was like, you have a backup? I said, yeah, I brought my Deus. I'm going to do my best. And I didn't know the Deus. Hi.
And I think I did
Hey,
see.
Mark. Yeah, you were pretty much beside yourself when the battery died on your GPX. I was with Van and Don, and we ran down, and that's when I met you. And you were hunting down below, not far from where they found that whole case of sailor bullets.
Yeah, with my Deus, I went down there and decided detecting isn't worth it. I'm just going to sit here and watch this guy pull 990 bullets out of a hole.
And I do believe I saw someone in the chat ask if the GPX power cable had went bad because you left it hanging out the car on your way to DIV.
No, actually, no, I didn't. It was a brand new machine, and thank God, Jeff Looper, I think, got in contact with me. Somebody gave me his number. And at 10:30, I was knocking on his door because he PM'd me and said, I'm here. I got it. A new power cord. And it was under warranty, and I did nothing to it. I promise.
Couldn't resist.
And no, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Hey.
That girl.
It's your story. You can tell it how you want.
That's right.
But,
I had to call in. I just let that lie.
Well, Chuck, I want to thank you for this.
Yes.
I appreciate
that's
you.
No problem. And you know, Barb, you run a good page, and you got good people, and on the show here with Josh a lot and things like that. And I've listened to other shows and that kind of stuff. But this is very family oriented. We have a lot of fun. We got great people that come in on this thing, and yeah, damn pirates, WL says. But
yeah, it's Keith Looper, not Jeff. I'm like,
there you
go.
But you know, in the future we can work something out on a little different detector. But that Simplex is really kind of proving itself out there. So whoever gets that's getting a good little machine.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
And there's too many of them out there. The Orax, all these mid-range models have really stepped up, and they're great to use. I found the Orax tends to be more relic, that type of stuff, but it does good on coins too, and they're good to use. I don't follow just one brand. And being a dealer and being multi-line, I got to get out and try to use a lot of different ones, and they all kind of stand tall in certain areas. Some are better for different things, and you try to look for the all-around perfect machine. It's not quite out there yet. There's some great ones, but you got a good one there to give away tonight. So,
right.
And I'll get it out to the winner. I was told, I talked to distribution today, that the standard units coming in, they should have it by the end of the week, and I'll drop ship direct to whoever wins it.
Nice.
Thank you.
And if they don't show up, they're going to get the one with the headphones.
Right.
One or the other, we're going to cover 7 days.
I pray to God that all this is done by mid-May so we can continue with the I&I hunt.
Yep, I'm hoping, and our buddy Casey and the Detecting the Heartland group, they'll have Team XP over there, and we'll have Sabish at ours, and we get everybody together. We got some great people coming, and it'll be a good time for everybody. And I'm hoping this crap gets over with. That's part of my day-to-day, spending time. We have a outage coming at the nuke plant up here. They bring in a couple thousand people. They were talking about delaying it. They can't. That's a shutdown of a nuclear plant. So we got all this coming in, and we had to go with doctors and what they're telling us, and they had to get all the things to scan everybody coming through the gates every day and cover it real well, and hopefully things are good and we aren't running around chasing all that.
Exactly. Definitely.
So,
and
fingers crossed, kick back and relax at home and listen in on Josh here and get out and do some detecting in the middle of a cornfield, because they aren't planted yet and nobody's going to bother you out there with coronavirus.
That's right. They can quarantine just like the rest of us are, basically. And if you're going to self-quarantine, what better way to do it than to get out there and try to find something?
That's right. And I was over at a farm yesterday, and there's it's a group of family farms. They called me up, told me they were tearing some buildings down. Get over here and detect over on the farmstead site over where the buildings are. And we did. We dug. I mean, this is not looking for a lot of coins. We found relics. I found one of the nicest. It's an old brass nozzle, and it would probably date back to 50-ish, 1950s. One of those. I'm cleaning it up. I'm going to use it. Those things were awesome on a garden hose.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And you're right. You know, if there was a perfect solution out there for a machine, a do-all machine, we'd all be using the same thing.
That's right. And several of us have several different machines and know how to use them and get out in the spots where we think that they're going to do the best.
That's right.
That's all we can do.
Right. She's still trying to learn hers. Right now, I think she's trying to learn where she threw her headphones again.
Was it a little while ago on the show? She was yelling so loud we could hear her when she dropped them?
Yep.
I thought I heard that in the background. So, Mark, Barb?
Yeah, I can't cut that out, so the archives will get that too.
Archives will have Barb yelling about her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, if people paid attention and looked through and listened to the go live, everything would have went smoothly, and I'd just be sitting here and nothing would have happened. But when they're PMing me going, I was between these people and I'm not there now, and I'm thinking, well, the two people you were between are in two different places too.
Right.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you though, since we've got Chuck on here with us, and this is, you know, a big part of this is due to him, why don't you just go ahead and do your drawing and announce your winner while we've got him with us?
Okay, so let me start the go live. I had it all ready. And you know what's funny? You get these lines going across the screen when you're shooting from one device to another. So I am on Go Live on Dirt Pirates, and I have random.org set here for 1 to 240. And I just gotta get my mouse. Where's the mouse? I'm on two devices, guys, so give me a break. Okay, so generate. And I have Booney, and it is 101 is the winning number. 101. So, hopefully share. No, finish. Electronics are a wonderful thing.
Technology, gotta love it.
Okay, share. So, yes, so now I have to go into my pictures, and 100, that picture ends at 100. 101 is Michael Hill. I have no clue who that is.
Well, and I don't think he's in the chat, so hopefully he's on the group watching. You may have to tag him.
Yeah, so Michael Hill, you're a winner.
Well, congratulations.
Well, when you find out, Michael Hill, get me the info, Barb, and we'll get him his Simplex.
I will, and Earl says, how can I be live on Facebook and talk on Sight and Sound? Well, it's called technology. I have a tablet, and so I pulled up random.org on my tablet. I have Skype hidden in the background, and I took a go live of the random while I did it, and then switched back over to Beyond Sight and Sound, never losing Skype in the background. There, Earl, you are now educated.
It's all part of social distancing.
Well,
and I hate to say this, I'm a healthcare worker.
Are we 6 foot from our microphones?
I think she was when she
No, my
threw them.
mic's like 3 inches. I was.
That's all right. I'm still
And I'm
okay.
sorry.
I'm still okay
Congrats
here.
to Mike.
I'm still okay here.
Congrats to Mike.
My mic's on like a 10-foot cord.
There you go. So, you know. And they were talking earlier, we were chatting back and forth in there and listening to Dave, and about the beaches in California getting closed. And I was watching the news tonight, and they were really hyping up the millennials, and they think that's an old person style deal going on. And it's getting everybody.
Yes, it is. We've got a case as young as 2 years old in Ohio.
It doesn't see any boundaries. Age.
No.
I know. Actually, I read one article that kids that age usually do okay. Their immune system isn't up to par, but it's on overdrive when something comes in. So I pray that youngin does fine.
So do I. My immune system's not quite up to par either, but we're gonna make it through one way or the other.
Yes, we are. Hey, Lenny. Lenny just checked in. Out in the wilds of Iowa.
Yeah, the man himself checking in with us. We're in for it now.
Yep.
Oh
boy, Michael. Yep. Michael said there's a newborn in Miami that has it. So it sees no age limits. It, very young and very old are really susceptible.
Yes, exactly. The young, the old, and the medically compromised.
Yep. So everybody be careful
my
out there and follow the lead that's going on. And they're preparing the best they can and head for a field or an old farmstead or something. Get out and do some detecting when you can, and let's have some fun.
There you go.
I'm going this weekend. I am going.
Good.
Well,
I think maybe I can find a t-shirt. Yeah?
Watch that cough. Everybody's sanitizing in the chat now, I see.
Oh, Lord.
So I'll back out of here. Congrats to Mike, and let me know all the pertinence, Barb. Get it to me, and when you hook up with him, we'll chat with him and get stuff sent over to him.
There you go.
Thank you so much again, Chuck.
And you're welcome. And talk to me some other time. We'll maybe work on a dais or something for next year's anniversary or whatever we can come up with.
And thank you.
Well, I wanted to tell Dave, I wanted to tell Dave if he was upset about me giving a Simplex, he could have worked the deal on a dash,
Yeah. Well,
Just saying.
Oh, and I see here.
No, it's cool.
The message.
I gave what I could have.
Yeah, somebody says they sent Michael Hill a message, apparently.
Yep. So he's been messaged. Hopefully he gets that and figures it all out.
Right. Michael Hill,
anyway,
you have been
y'all
notified.
have a great night. Be safe out there. Pay attention to what's going on around you. And go out and do some digging. Find something good. That always lifts you up.
There you go.
I'm gonna dig all weekend.
There you go. I hope you have good weather for it. Don't get the rains that we're getting. So I'm backing out. Good night, all.
We'll see you, Chuck. Thanks again.
Night.
Take care, Barb, Josh. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, congratulations once again to Michael Hill. Definitely.
I'm going to have to hit his page because I'm like, I tagged him twice. I tagged him on, he's an older dude.
Barb.
Older than me, I'm sure.
Well, maybe
he's got grandbabies, so he's
Hey, now, wait a minute there. Wait a minute. Ohio Relic Hunter and I have some grandkids. Not together, obviously.
Well, that means you're older than me, too.
Nice try. Oh, there they go. They're sanitizing in the chat again.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't drink enough water today. I was like, and when I don't drink enough water, I cough. But think about all your healthcare folks out there. And Michael Bowles, he has a grandbaby. Michael, you know you're older than me, brother.
Wait a minute. Mike Boyles is a grandbaby.
I know he is.
I see him post up them pictures when he shaves. He's got those boyish looks.
Oh, he isn't as young as his picture is, but he's probably 40.
Watch it.
37 maybe. I don't know.
Hey, come on now. I've seen pictures of Mike. He ain't a day over 26 if he's any.
Well, then he started young and his kids started younger. Okay?
Well, hey, you know, remember, adoption.
Our going back to the COVID, we have 2 EMS workers that got diagnosed positive today in the next county to our east. We have one to our west who's from New York and will go on the New York statistics, even though they got diagnosed here and they got tested in Asheville, ended up in we were told Macon County, and we forget that Highlands Hospital is in Macon County at the very end of the county, which is Richland. So he's quarantined up there. And now I hear all the Georgia people that can't go to work, the rich people, are now in their rich homes up in Highlands Cashier, thinking they can get away with it. Well, you know what they're doing. They're just bringing it to the mountains. So this is a bunch of crap.
Well, unfortunately, it is what it is. All we can do is what we can do.
And so all you people that can't go to work, I am happy for you. I know that hurts financially, but I have to go to work every day. I can't do it at home. Healthcare workers we're going to get hit the biggest because we're not wearing nothing where I am. We're taking our vital signs when we get into the building and you're signing a statement that your vital signs were fine and then you're allowed to punch in. So hopefully we'll be safe.
Right. All right. Well, I'd say everything went pretty well tonight. We got everything out about the XP quarantine giveaways that will be starting tonight. After the show, I'll pose that question here at the end of the show before we play the music. And we even got to
let me win.
We even got to announce the Dirt Pirates winner.
And rig the contest so I can win.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I mean, you got to be a member of the XP Team USA group. I saw a RingFinder, I believe it was, drop the link in the chat for the group. So hopefully people have been going over and requesting to join.
I am a member. I have been for a long time. I have a US XP Deus USA team shirt. Thank you. I won that. They've sent me a hat. And a few other things. They're a good group. And I love my XP Deus. I'm sorry, I am multi-machine. Hey, everybody, it's like guns, you know?
Right, you can't have just one.
Yeah, you got a 16 gauge, 20 gauge. They're not all the same manufacturer. Well, metal detecting is the same thing for me. So, all right, Josh, thank you for letting us do the drawing, and I'm going to see what I can win from the XP team, and I would love that ORX.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, Barb. Congratulations to Michael Hill.
Thank you. Good night, Josh.
We'll see you. Now, hopefully, everyone has been listening very, very close to the show. Our question will be, in the first 20 minutes of the show, so that way if you showed up late, you can go back and listen. The answers will be in the first 20 minutes of the show. I'm going to post up a 2-part question in the XP Team USA Facebook group. And the winner will be randomly selected from those that participate. And the winner will receive an XP Team USA hoodie in their size. So, for the 2-part question, in the first 20 minutes of the show, what did Dave mention was his favorite find from his trip over to the UK? That's part 1. Part 2, Dave mentioned 2 people for the Iowa Team USA digging team. What are those 2 people's names? And just to be on the safe side, don't go tagging them in every comment so that it doesn't drive their Facebook nuts or anything like that. I mean, we can do it without tagging them. But that is the 2-part question. What was Dave's favorite find? And who were the 2-person digging team out of Iowa? I'll get that post up over on the XP Team USA Facebook page here shortly after the show, and we can get this rolling. So if you are not a member of XP Team USA on Facebook, go over, check out their page, request to join, and I will get that posted this evening after we get the archive swapped and disinfect the mic. Hey, what can you do? You know, for everyone else, though, we do appreciate everyone dropping in. We're going to roll on out of here because we do have a lot of things going on. We've got a contest to take care of. So if you enjoyed the show, make sure and throw us a like right here. You can follow us on Spreaker, the Facebook pages and groups, the podcast distribution services, Ohio Metal Detecting over on YouTube, iHeart, iTunes. The list just goes on and on and on. So until the next time, we'll be back Sunday with a show on electrolysis and maybe another giveaway. Who knows? I guess you'll have to tune in and find out. Until then, we're out of here.